Fuck it, somebody's up in the...
I've been waiting so long to be where I'm going, in the sunshine of your love.
It's a land of many names. Florida, the Sunshine State, America's trash can. This strange L-shaped monstrosity at the southeasternmost corner of the United States is home to many things, such as alligators, meth, guns, cannibals, and old people. But more than that, it is home to an urban legend so dark and so mysterious that no one can wrap their minds around it. We sent a team of our best journalists to investigate the man, or monster, known as
Florida Man.
Florida Man.
Florida Man.
Florida Man.
To understand Florida Man, we had to start by digging into Florida's long, storied history.
Can you state your name?
Shoot, I ain't trying to end up on no government watch list. I remember Jade Helm.
All right. Can you describe your first encounter with the Florida Man?
Yeah, all right. That was a while ago, probably. I'd have to say, first time I heard that name, I was talking with my grandpappy. He was telling me a story about when he was fighting in the war of Northern Aggression.
The Civil War.
The fuck did you just say? Fucking Federalist piece of shit.
No. What? No. Help! Someone!
But yeah, I remember my grandpappy telling me about a soldier in the war who was struck 3 times by lightning, got up, walked out of the riverbank, proceeded to fight an alligator, and still made it home in time for dinner.
Okay. Thank you for that.
It's true. People think he's a myth, but I know he's real. I've seen him myself.
Starting in the 1970s, Florida became a hotbed for drug smuggling from South America. As this industry grew, the people smuggling marijuana and cocaine into the state came to be known as cocaine cowboys. In 2006, a now infamous documentary was released under the same title. We sat down with director Billy Corbin to see what he learned about the infamous Florida Man.
So you've obviously done a lot of research on Florida's history in the drug trade. In your research, have you ever come across someone known as Florida Man?
Yes, I have, but back then you have to understand he wasn't really known as Florida Man. It was assumed to be a bunch of small isolated incidents, like let me see here. Local man hijacks plane full of cocaine, crashes into Everglades, classic Florida Man stuff. Fort Lauderdale man gets caught with cocaine on nose, tells deputy it's not his. And then finally, this last one, Miami resident gets shot 27 times, then walks 2 miles to the nearest McDonald's. All classic Florida Man behavior. And at the time, it was just whispers and rumors, right? No one really thought that it was just one man, but there were some rumblings, conspiracies that it was. But no one believed it, not even me, until, well, I didn't believe it until Katrina happened.
In August of 2005, Hurricane Katrina wreaked havoc across the Gulf states, battering Louisiana, Alabama, and of course, Florida. While the world focused its attention on the unmitigated tragedy unfolding in New Orleans, Florida Man's reputation grew in the neighboring chaos.
I was stuck down in Jacksonville during Katrina, remember that? We was stranded on a roof, and it was getting pretty hard. We were almost out of water, and we was gonna have to stretch what little we had for quite a bit. And just as I was losing hope, cousin Jimbo, he'd eaten our last can of beans. That's when I saw him. He was ran through the water like a swashbuckling, jort-clad, tank top wearing hero. And he was throwing out balls of water and cans of vegetables, all Mansa Musa style. And that's when we knew. That's when we knew. The Florida Man, he saved us.
Despite these amazing feats, it wasn't until 2014 that Florida Man became the man we know today. Born from the general unrest that has been seizing this country for the last 5 years, caused by things like Ebola, Harambe, the entirety of the 2016 election, large-scale protests across the country, and general presidential buffoonery, this man, this myth, has led a trail of destruction across the Sunshine State. The question is, just who exactly is Florida Man?
What exactly happened when you met Florida Man?
What? I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious. Just take a look.
Right. I see that he ate your face. I was hoping you could walk us through the events that led up, to the face eating.
Right. Well, let's see. Let me think. Let's see. So it's a couple years back. It was a hot, muggy night in Florida. So basically every night. And I was chilling out under this underpass, as you do, and sort of wishing I was dead because of the humidity. And I'm sitting there just sort of, trying to sleep. And this guy, this white dude, buck naked, just starts coming at me. And I see him for a little bit, like I see him down the road. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And then he just keeps coming at me, And I'm like, oh shit, he's coming for me. And motherfucker tripping balls, dude. He was out of it. Found out later bath salts make sense. And he comes up to me, he's like, hey, you stole my Bible. Now, and at the time, I was like, excuse me, sir, I ain't no man of God now. After this whole state of affairs, I did find Jesus. But, at the time, I didn't give two shits for the man upstairs. And, that didn't really satisfy him. We started yelling at each other, and he hit me. He just starts wailing on me, and then I'm on the ground trying to block my face, and he puts my arms down, and he says, this is what you get for stealing my Bible. And he bit me. He bit my eyeball right out of the socket. You know what that looks like? Horror. Nightmares. Teeth grinding away the bits of your eyeball. Jesus Christ. And he didn't stop there. He went for the cheeks. He went for the nose. I mean, I got some of it, but this part's all gone. And then, thank God them police came when they did. I think they were just driving by, plugged 52 rounds into him, and, I think they killed him.
So that's the end of the story, right?
Well, I guess I may have spoke too soon when I said think they killed him. So apparently the next day after I was, recovering in the hospital, without half a face, and they tells me that they go to look on him in the morgue and the man's gone. And Florida Man escaped somehow. 52 rounds of bullets, 9mm hollow points. Didn't even do a thing.
Wow. Do you have a message for Florida Man?
Oh, yes, I do. Fucking try me, bitch. Fucking try me.
Put the gun down.
I got the Glock 24/7, you son of a bitch.
Put the gun
you
down.
ain't getting to this face. You ain't getting it. Fuck you,
Surrender
bitch.
the gun.
Let go.
Surrender the gun.
Let go. Oh, Jesus. My eyes. Oh, I can't see. I can't see. All right.
Well, yeah. So the incident was pretty simple. We saw one of our rear tail lights out on a 1991, maybe 92 Dodge Dart, burgundy, maybe maroon. So we pulled the car over to the side of the road, flagged him down. Walk up to the vehicle, ask the driver to get out of the vehicle. Driver refused to get out of the vehicle. We flashed this right here. If you want to get the camera on that, that's my I do what I want badge. And he stepped out of the car pretty quick. We noticed he had a sizable bulge in the front of his pants. My partner and I started making some very funny jokes to each other as to what that might be. We were laughing so hard we didn't realize he started running pretty quick. Clocked him maybe 15, 20 yards down the road. Took off after him. Partner's a bit faster than I am. Tackled him. We clocked a Gatorade bottle, soda bottle, ginger ale bottle from his pants. Loads of crystal methamphetamine on him as well. So did what any sensible Florida law enforcement officer does. Took the bottles. We can't have him operating a meth lab out of his pants. We gave him back his crystal methamphetamine. That's his personal property. Can't be taking that without warrant. And we sent him on his way.
Yeah, so it was about 2-3 years back. One day, I was just, enjoying my morning, just hanging out at home, and my neighbor, who I didn't really know that well, but we, exchanged glances. He comes over, wasted out of his mind, riding his tractor and harassing me and my wife. And so I wasn't having any of that. I called the cops. They ended up arresting him for a DUI. And I thought, okay, that bad start to a morning, but you know what would fix it? Dinner at Applebee's. So I just put him out of my mind. I said, hey, honey, let's go down to Applebee's. Let's just have ourselves a good time. And so we went. We were just enjoying our dinner. And I look up, and there's this motherfucker coming into the restaurant, still in handcuffs. He walks right over to me and just knocks me out cold.
Wow. Sir, is that a raccoon?
No, that's just Hank. He thinks he's a dog. It's cool.
All right, so what do we have?
Well, it appears that the Applebee's puncher also had meth bottles on his person.
The police report also said he had a Bible.
Wait, didn't the cannibal say that this guy took his Bible? Wouldn't that mean he didn't have it?
Well, it depends. When did this happen chronologically?
Let me check. Oh my God.
What?
They both happened simultaneously.
But that's not possible.
But the timeline.
Fuck your timeline. None of this makes sense. I mean, look at the board. Actually, no. Move. Everybody move. Everywhere you look, it's just Florida man, Florida man, Florida man. I mean, I've got conflicting timelines all over the place. Like, for example, here, we've got a crime in Orlando, and here, on the same exact day, literally less than an hour apart, I have a crime in Miami. How does that work? How does somebody do that? It doesn't make any sense. And it's not like there's any motives to any of these either. Like, oh, Florida man finds Robert making breakfast, goes back to sleep. Meth lab found in pants leg of suspect. Florida man shooting at target in backyard, hits neighbor. None of these, there's no pattern, there's no motive. It doesn't make, no one person could do this. It's just, but everywhere you look, it's Florida man. Florida man is everywhere. And you just can't avoid him in the news. It's just Florida man. There is no way one person could do all of this, okay? Do you understand?
I think I do.
Wait, I'm lost here. What are you guys talking about?
It's also obvious.
We're all Florida man.
But you're a woman.
Oh, stupid Elise. Florida man doesn't have a gender. It's a state of mind. It's a plane of existence. Florida man is everything, and Florida man is nothing. It is just composed entirely of chaos. It is truly the epitome of darkness. We're all
Florida man.
Well, I'm not. I'm getting out of here. Why is the door locked?
Of course it's locked, you dumb, stupid, idiot moron. We're all Florida man.
Do you mind if I drink in here?
He had some kind of weird tattoo. I don't think it was a swastika. I think he might have been trying for it, but
About average build, average skin color, average hair color. That's racist.
very, very small penis. Just I
know he prefers teriyaki jerky.
At night, he probably grows 2 or 3 inches.
Very small penis, very small penis, very, very small penis, very, very, very small penis.
If I had to put a scent on it, loneliness, chaos, and chili cheese fries.
No, very bare. You know, everything. I mean everything.
I swore an oath to protect and serve. There are certain things you can't protect people from.
Micro, 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 micro. It's not funny anymore.
Florida man. Florida man!
Very, very small penis.